Okay, this is Tinkercad, all right? And the first thing I want you to do is go to Tutorials, which is right over here. You're probably already on Tutorials, which are these things right here. Place it, view it, move it. There's a whole bunch of them, and they will go in order. Once you click, place it. Okay, so we are going to place it. Start. So with 3D modeling, you always start with basic shapes, okay? Almost all the time you're gonna start with a cube or a cylinder or a sphere. Like cubes get used all the time. It's very handy. So your instructions are over here on the left. Welcome to Tinkercad. We're excited to have you with us, Tinkercad, blah, 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 blah. Next step, right here, click Next Step. Click. Adding a shape, let's add a shape to the work plane now. The work plane is this blue area here, is the work plane. See the orange shape on the work plane? Hint, the orange shape is a hint, okay? Those little orange thingies are your hints for your tutorials here. Find the box shape, and we're gonna click it and drag it. Ta-da, I dragged it. Now if I click it and drag it onto the orange shape, ta-da, I finished that tutorial. Next step to continue. Next step. Okay, you can stack shapes too. Shapes dragged from the shapes panel over others. I'm going to click this to get it out of the way. This little hide shapes panel button right here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I want that back. I want to get rid of this. That's it. Okay. If you press these little up and down arrows, it'll give you the properties of your shapes, okay? Now that shape is inside of the pyramid, that cube. Shapes dragged from the shapes panel over the other shapes already in the workspace will automatically step on top of them. We call this cruise. Cruise helps you place new shapes in relation to existing shapes. Next step, continue. Drag another box from the shapes panel onto the top of the pyramid. Boom, I'm going to drag it, and look, it automatically jumps to the top of whatever you drag it onto. You can also like slide it up there, and I'm just going to leave it right there. Boom, I did it. Next step, right on, I'm done. Next tutorial. These are really short. There's like 15 of them, but they're very short. Okay, next, view it. This is really important because you gotta move your view around in 3D space or you can't see what you're doing. You gotta be able to see behind things and next to things and on the side of things and upside down and whatever. So this little guy right here lets you see things. If I click top, it gives me the straight top-down view. If I click this side, it gives me that side. And if I click it again, it'll go there and there and there, okay? But if I click this, it'll go, if I just click it, it'll go to front, but we're already on front. You can also click these top corners, boom, and then if I click this back one, it'll flip all the way around. And then next step here, so zoom. If you guys have a mouse, this is a little different. It's actually a lot easier with a mouse if you want to plug it in, but because you can, it says here you can use the scroll wheel, that middle button, that scroll wheelie. If you use a touchpad, you will zoom using the gesture that you would normally use in apps when wanting to zoom. So that's like 2 fingers up is zoom out, 2 fingers down is zoom in. Your settings might be a little different on your computer. Now, see where my mouse is? If I put it over here and zoom in, it zooms towards that spot. If I zoom in, if I put my mouse cursor over the red box, it will zoom in towards that spot. That's really handy to remember. You will zoom wherever you are pointing your mouse, okay? You can also use the plus and minus buttons to zoom in and out. Next step. Okay, now we are going to press and hold the right mouse button while moving your mouse, which is a 2-finger click for you guys on the keyboard. 2 fingers, oh no, that's not it. That must be control click. Okay, so you hold down control, click, and then you can move it around like this, which is really handy, okay? You can also grab this box up here and move it around like that too. So there are lots of ways to look around. Next step. Yay, we did it. Done. Begin next tutorial. Okay, move it. Let's move shapes around the work plane. All right, so I'm going to click it, and I'm going to drag it. Boom. And I'm going to click it, and I'm going to drag it, and I can click it. And oh no, I can't see what I'm doing over here. That's okay, because I'm just going to click this little arrow. Now I'm going to click it and drag it over here. And I'm going to click it, and I'm going to drag it over there. Yay, we're geniuses. We did it. Next step. Okay, so move box height. Now you've mastered the basics of moving the work plane. Let's try moving the shape vertically, okay? See all our orange hinty thingies moved up? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hover my mouse cursor over here, and then I'm going to zoom in on this. And now I'm going to hit Control and click and move around here. And I'm going to move around that area. Now I'm going to click. Left click here in my box, and we got a whole bunch of stuff. We got a point on the corner, got a point on that corner, we got a point in the middle of this. This is called an edge. Okay, so we also have this little red triangle, little black triangle gets red when you hover over it. If you click it and drag it up, boom, nailed it. Now I'm going to zoom out. And I'm going to control and click and move my view around. And now I'm going to zoom in, hover my mouse cursor and zoom in over here. All right. So I'm going to grab that little arrow again and slide it up. But now I can't see what I'm doing. So I can zoom out again. And if I move my cursor like this, it's honestly, moving around is one of the hardest things in 3D modeling, okay? Just being able to get used to the tools of moving around and seeing what you're doing, okay? That is tricky. So I'm gonna go back here, click my up arrow and drag them up. All right, boom. Now I am going to zoom out again so I can zoom in over here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Oops. And I'm going to put my cursor up here and zoom in there so it gives me a better view. And then Control and left click here. Click on the box, left click, and then drag that sucker up. Boom. That's good enough. All right. And then Control click and move around this way. And now I'm going to zoom. I can click in on the guy right here too, actually, and I can still get from far away that little triangle. And I'm going to move him up. Boom, I did it. All right, and next step. I did it. Awesome. We're going to begin the next tutorial in just a minute. Oh, look, this one gives me confetti and stars and stuff. That's really fun.